Are you tired of feeling lost in the kettlebell aisle? Choosing the right kettlebell for you can be a real head scratcher and a real challenge, especially if you're just starting out with the kettlebell. Today, I'm going to go over the top factors that are important when choosing a kettlebell so you can start leveling up your fitness game, training safely, and doing it the right way. Let's jump right into it. All right, so first factor is going to be figuring out what your current fitness level is. Are you a beginner? Are you completely new to fitness and completely never done anything physically active really before? That's beginner, all right? If that's you, this is something you really need to pay attention to. I'm going to break down where you're going to start with your kettlebell. Next one's going to be intermediate. Maybe you have some experience with fitness training, with maybe a little, you've dabbled with kettlebell training a little bit, all right? So figuring out your fitness level currently is important. All right, and then it's going to be you're consistently, and even if you've trained before, have you been working out consistently? What shape are you in? Are you a little overweight? Where are you at? And be honest with yourself to find out where you're at, because that's going to dictate the bell you're going to use. All right, and do you have any injuries? Do you have any limitations? Do you have any knee injuries, hip injuries, things like that? Be honest with yourself again, figuring out where you're at, what your injuries are if you have any, and your current fitness level. All right, so you can start out with a safe kettlebell. You can learn the proper technique, because that's most important. Next one's going to be, next one's going to be just being honest with yourself, like I said. So once you figure out where you're at, where you're honestly starting, your current fitness level, any injuries you may have, and your experience as far as your consistency with training leading up to this point where you're watching this video, then you go into, I'm going to go into the next thing with your kettlebell training, and that's going to be focusing on not so much the weight. I know this video is about the weight of the kettlebell, but it's about the form that you're going to adopt and learn while you're learning the kettlebell. It should be a challenging enough weight that it's going to push you. It's not like, doesn't feel like a toy, like a little thing you can throw around, but at the same time you can practice and get that form down. That's important. All right, so find that balance is what's most important. All right, and then this is the rule of thumb, start lighter. Always start lighter than you think you should. Okay, so I'm gonna go over my experience with kettlebell training over 10 years now, where I started and how I had to really downgrade my weights. Or I had been training, for 12 years leading up to that in the gym and traditional strength training. And I thought, okay, I'm gonna go heavy with the kettlebell. I'm gonna use a 50-pound bell, which is this one right here. And let's just say I was shooken up by the challenge of the kettlebell training, by realizing that this weight, 50 pounds, that I can bench press, I can press overhead, but with the kettlebell, as it being a moving weight, completely threw me off. And I was, let's say, shocked to realize that these weights are a lot more than you think they are, because the weight is moving. Therefore, it's actually heavier than you think, because it's moving through space. So my first bell that I started with this bell right here, okay? This is the actual bell. This is my first kettlebell. 16 kilo, 35-pound bell. Like I said, I started out, I wanted to use this bell, which I didn't buy this then, but I was trying this at the gym. As I started to learn the clean, the press, the deadlift, all that kind of stuff, the swing, I tried this one and it was throwing me all over the place, all right? So I had to downgrade. I had to leave my ego at the door and be honest with myself and go back, and I bought this bell, and I decided, okay, I'm gonna learn how to properly do it. This is a bell I can, again, it challenged me at the time, but it also allowed me to focus on proper form and learn the technique, okay? So that's what leads up to the next part here, which is finding your ideal weight. Okay, so it's going to be also, like I said, based on your experience, but it's also going to be based on body weight. If you're someone that's under 150, 145 pounds, you're going to want to start a little lighter. Okay, if you're a guy that's lighter, you start with the 12 kilo, 26-pound bell, this bell right here. Okay, if you're 150, 160 and up, then I suggest you start where I did, with this bell, the 16 kilo, 35-pound bell. Okay, so these two bells are the ideal starting points depending on your weight, your body weight. Okay, so factor that in. And then the next part is going to be your rep ranges. So you should be able to do the 3 foundation exercises, which are the deadlift, the 2-arm deadlift, the kettlebell swing, and the kettlebell goblet squat. Okay, and I'll show you what those look like. So you should be able to do those strong, excellent technique. So the deadlift, strong deadlifts, okay? And then you should also be able to do strong, powerful, controlled goblet squats. And of course, kettlebell swings with strong, excellent technique. Okay, just like that. Between 8 to 12 reps is the ideal rep range. Okay, ideally on the higher end, 10 to 12, but you can get away with 8 or so with strong technique. That's why it's important to choose a bell that's going to challenge you, allow you to learn it, but safely, because you're going to make some mistakes. Of course, if you work with a coach like myself, it's going to shorten that learning curve and you'll have less mistakes. Something to keep in mind. Coaching, if you want coaching in your training below, comment coaching. But remember, when you're picking a bell, lean on the lighter side. If you're thinking, okay, I'm looking at 16 kilo bell, looks good, and I'm going to start with that. You can start there, but again, base it on your body weight. Are you under 150 pounds? Do the 12 kilo. You're gonna feel like it's too light, but trust me, you gotta learn the technique first, okay? Again, moving weight through space is heavier than it actually is because it's moving, okay? So, and then the next one is just to gradually increase as you get stronger, as you practice, as you stay consistent with your kettlebell training, and you watch my videos, and you practice, and you do the workouts, and you do the technique, and you maybe get some coaching. You're gonna get stronger, you're gonna get better, you're gonna learn the technique, you're gonna learn it properly, you're gonna learn it safely, then you can gradually increase your weight. Okay, for example, if you're starting out with the 12 kilo bell, okay, you've done this for several months, you got the deadlift down, the swing, the goblet squat, even into the clean and press, some get-ups, things like that. Then you're gonna gradually move up, not to this bell, you're gonna go up to the 20 kilo bell, which is 44 pounds. Okay, this is the next weight bell. This is what I suggest. As you learn, you get better, you get stronger, you're gonna own this weight. Owning meaning you can do it anytime. A swing, a clean, a goblet squat, a deadlift, a press with in that 8 to 12 rep range with that bell. Any day, no matter what, no matter how you feel, you can do it. That's owning the weight. Then you go up to the next weight. That may take several months. But it's okay, you're getting stronger, you're learning the technique, you're getting fitter, all with just a lighter kettlebell. Trust me, the process, trust the process. When I was first starting out with my kettlebell training, I signed up for a Strong First Level 1 kettlebell certification. I think it was 8 months out. All right, I'm gonna learn how to do it. And this bell, I had this bell for so many months before I went up to the next weight bell. So be okay with staying with this bell. Trust me, you're gonna learn the technique. Trust me, you're gonna get better at it. And as you start to make progress and you start to feel that momentum, build that momentum, you're gonna feel awesome about the progress you are making, and you're gonna feel that you're getting strong because the bell is getting lighter. Then you go up to the next bell, which is right here, the 20 kilo. And then 24 kilo bell, 53 pound bell, you can move up to that after. So 16, 20, 24. If you wanna purchase bells and you wanna buy all three at once, then go buy all of them, 16, 20, 24 kilo bell. Okay, if you want to buy one at a time, just get the 16 kilo. If you're starting lighter with the 12 kilo, go 12, 16, and 20. Okay, so you can buy 3 at once, so you can progress up. Okay, so because some exercises you'll learn how to do, you'll get stronger quicker, like the deadlift. You're gonna learn that quicker. You're gonna need a heavier bell sooner than the swing in the goblet squat and the clean and press and all those. So you can get several bells if you want to buy several of them. I have a link in my description of Kettlebell Kings bells that I purchase. You know, it's my affiliate link. I mean, it's a few dollars, maybe buys me a cup of coffee, whatever. But the important part is I like these bells. They're good quality bells. They're good, well-made bells. And then, of course, there's Perform Better, which is my first bell. Perform Better bells are great as well. And then, of course, there's the Strong First bell if you want to go really high quality. I don't have that bell with me here. It's a 32 kilo bell, but so that's something that I would suggest you look into. You know, you make an investment in good high quality bells. Don't go cheap, because they're gonna, if it doesn't have a good coating, it's gonna fade, it's gonna wear, it's gonna rust, and you're gonna have to buy new ones. If you buy good quality bells from the beginning, then you don't have to buy anymore. They're gonna last you forever. I've had these belts for several years. Like I said, this bell right here, yeah, it's fading a little bit, but I've had it for over 10 years. Since 2014, I've had this bell. And so anyway, that's something to keep in mind, is buy high quality bells, spend the money, invest in yourself, invest in your health, and you don't have to buy anymore, okay? So, and this is the full gym. That's a benefit of the kettlebell training, is it's full body gym, swing, clean, press, especially during the COVID time. You remember that time? I'm glad I had some bells, because no one was able to go to the gym, train, whatever, so I'm glad I have my kettlebells with me. But anyway, before I go off on a tangent here, remember that as you progress, as you get stronger, you're gonna go 16, 20, 24 kilo, or 12, 16, 20 kilo if you're starting a little bit lighter. Be patient. That's the next thing. Be patient with your progress. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the learning. Enjoy the technique, the skill, the learning, the little ways to do the exercise properly. And trust me, you're gonna get fitter. You're gonna get stronger. You're gonna lose fat as long as your nutrition's in order. That's something to keep in mind as well. And you're going to be able to do that from anywhere. You could just take a kettlebell, do it right. Like if you have a garage gym like I have here, at the park or wherever, you can take your bell and do your training with one bell. All right, enjoy the process. Enjoy the fact that you can train minimally with a bell or two. You don't have to go to the gym. You can do it anywhere. All right, so something to keep in mind. And as you focus on proper form, as you get better, as you progress, always lean towards getting better at the form, then going heavier. Like I said, own the weight first. Own it, own it. Know that you can go up. You're certain, there's no question in your mind. That's owning the weight. And then you go up heavier, but you want to get that form down first, okay? And lastly, enjoy the process. Enjoy the process of your training, of your fitness, of your learning the skill of doing these exercises. You eventually will put them into workouts. Like I have workouts you can do. I have programs you can purchase and invest in and just start to do, but you want to learn technique first, and it starts with getting the right kettlebell weight. That's why you're watching this video, okay? And to start you off with the program, with the workout, after you get these skills down, these exercises, I have a 10-minute full body kettlebell workout you can do in 10 minutes with one bell, quick. You can do that consistently. You can do that daily or every other day. And you can start learning the deadlift, the swing, the clean, all that kind of stuff, all those exercises in 10 minutes. If you want that, shoot KB10 in the comments, KB10 comment, and I'll send that over to you. You can start practicing these exercises and learning this stuff correctly. All right, so KB10 if you want that. Otherwise, thanks for watching this video. Get your bells, get going, get your 16 kilo, get your 12 kilo, wherever you're starting. And remember, it's a journey. Enjoy the process. Enjoy your fitness process. Enjoy your journey. Get strong, get fitter. Enjoy every little progress and win you have every day. You're going to get your goal. Just stay with it. Stay consistent. Stay with me right here on this channel and these videos in the coaching. Trust me, you're going to get there. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Get your bells, get training, and have an awesome day. Train strong.